If you want to get a good quality mousepad according to your needs, then watch the video till the end and then decide. So let's get started. At number 1 position we have SteelSeries QCK Prism. SteelSeries QCK Prism is the overall best RGB mousepad. It's not just a light show, the QCK Prism is well fitted for serious playing. The square within the RGB border easily peels off, so you can swap between its hard polymer side for speedy gaming or micro-textured soft cloth surface for increased control. It's like two mousepads in one. When playing, the mousepad felt solid and reliable, thanks to its heavier feel and thick rubber base that didn't move an inch, no matter how aggressive our mouse moved. However, we noticed the peel-off area sticking up slightly in the upper right corner, which slightly cut into our view of that area's RGB. Additionally, the plastic side easily attracted fingerprints. Still, the dignified, rubber black border that frames the 12 RGB zones provides a clean look, proving you can have colorful lighting without sacrificing class. Software opens up waves of RGB customization options, but you can easily get a mesmerizing look without spending much time in the app. There are 8 well-designed presets, including the sunrise like 8:00 or the pink, orange and purple themed disco mode. You also get reactive lighting around gaming scenarios, like low ammo or health with Dota 2, CS, Go and Utopia 9. There's also the ability to sync lighting with other SteelSeries RGB products. SteelSeries also makes an XL version of this mousepad that's also on this page and a cloth only. Moving on to the next at number 2, Razer Firefly V2. The Razer Firefly V2 is the most colorful RGB mousepad we've tested. It has a whopping 19 customizable zones, and despite the thin lighting strips, the LED's brightness visibly outshined competitors. The mousepad is fit for competitive gaming with what Razer calls a micro-textured plastic surface that feels slightly rough and enables speedy mouse movements but easily gathers fingerprints and smudges. Razer's Firefly V2 is only 3 mm thick, but its rubber base prevents any movement during gaming. Its cable catch, while a small detail, successfully kept our mouse's wire in check. The detailed accompanying software gives RGB tweakers full reign over all those lighting zones. You get brightness controls, 7 presets, including a reactive one that works with supporting Razer mice, and can sync the lighting with other Razer RGB devices. We also appreciate the toggle to switch off lighting when the display is turned off. The software's Chroma Studio, pictured above function, is where the more advanced customization occurs, with numerous effects layers and the ability to control the effect's cycling speed, duration and intensity. But its complexity means it'll take longer to master than simpler apps. The number 3 position is held by Cooler Master MP750. If you can't imagine spending a lot on a mousepad, the Cooler Master MP750 M is usually $25–35, though the price fluctuates, without sacrificing much. Cooler Master claims the finely textured cloth offers a slick texture and smooth maneuverability. It proved sufficient for the average game session during our testing, but didn't immediately feel like anything special during testing. More unique is its spill-resistant coating. When I spilled water on it, the large droplet easily rolled off, and I could quickly clean up the remainder with a tissue. You can also unplug its micro USB to USB-A cable for times when you don't want RGB or a wire. The MP750 M sRGB border shines pretty brightly. A handy button lets you cycle through static colors without opening software. Unfortunately, black stitching interrupts the RGB frame, and I worry about getting things, like jewelry, caught between loops and causing damage. Since there's only one RGB zone, there's not that much to do in the Cooler Master Plus. Software. There are 4 lighting modes: color cycle, static, breathing or off, and 5 speed settings via a toggle. Static and breathing modes offer a color picker, but it wasn't always accurate. For example, when I tried to make a peach and white breathing effect, I instead got whitish purple flickering. And when I tried to make it flash white, I was met with various shades of blue. Note there are large and extra large versions. Next at number 4 we have Razer Strider Chroma. The Razer Strider Chroma has a hybrid surface, harder and slicker than a cloth mousepad, but with enough texture for controlled, precise movements. It's the best of both worlds, perfect for gamers who need both speed and control, and it's water-resistant and easier to keep clean than most cloth mousepads. The Razer Strider Chroma only comes in one size, extended, which is large enough to hold both your keyboard and mouse without covering your entire desk. The Strider Chroma has a thick, no-slip rubber base and looks fantastic on your desk with seamless edges, no visible stitching and 19 zones of bright, Chroma-infused RGB lighting that can be customized in Razer's Chroma Studio with different colors and effects, including audio reactive effects. The main downside to the Strider Chroma is its price. With an MSRP of $130, it's practically like buying a keyboard or a mouse. But it's so beautiful it just might be worth it. The final number 5 position is held by HyperX Pulsefire. The HyperX Pulsefire mousemat is HyperX's first RGB mousemat in its rectangular XL size, and is easily the company's best RGB mousepad for larger desks. At a spacious 35.43 into 16.54 into 0.2 inches, it's a little too big for some setups, but it's also a great way to cover as much of your desk as possible if you have the space. And at $50, it's got a cheaper MSRP than similar rectangular options from the likes of SteelSeries and Thermaltake. Construction is solid across the board here, with a textured cloth surface that gives you plenty of grip without feeling uncomfortable on your wrists and arms. The silicone shielding around the RGB lit edge also means this mousepad's corners aren't likely to fray anytime soon. Plus, the textured rubber on the mousepad's underside means it won't slip around with your sweeping arm movements while you're gaming. The RGB is a little less robust than we'd like, though. There's only 2 zones, and while you can select from a wide variety of patterns and colors, there's no integration with Discord, and the list of games with special integration for HyperX's RGB software is pretty sparse. Still, the mousepad's RGB touch sensor is a nice bonus, allowing you to easily cycle through 3 RGB presets without needing to dive into software. Just be careful to measure your desk before getting this big boy, so it doesn't wind up hanging over the edge. That's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.